Okay. I thought our guys at times played pretty good. There's times that we're still making too many mistakes. We've got to do a better job of correcting short-sided defense and allowing big runs. Offensively, we started to run the ball more aggressively in the middle of the third quarter, in the fourth quarter, and we need to start the game out that way. We had a couple other mistakes. We need to do a better job of coaching in 2 minute, and guys need to get out of bounds and try to save some time. I didn't see Shepard's penalty at the end, but that wasn't smart. But other than that, I thought our guys competed. We lost to a better football team. They're better than we are right now, and we got to keep moving forward. Got an open week, and get some guys some rest, get some quality work, and get ready to play next game.
Could you just talk about Major Rudolph and how he worked during the week and his drive?
Well, it looks like he played okay. He made some mistakes. He had a couple poor throws, and obviously he made a mistake there at the end on the interception. But overall, I thought he competed.
What did you say that makes it? You walked over to him after the tackle after the interception. What was your message to him at that point in the game?
Well, we just went over his read.
In terms of his demeanor, Mason Rudolph's demeanor, can you just talk about that? He seemed to be very poised tonight, and like you said, despite making his calls.
I thought he handled himself well, and obviously I don't see him on the sideline with the defense playing, but I thought that his composure was good and he handled himself well.
Was that a tough decision, Mike, to bring that a red shirt in game 11?
We did what we thought was best for our team.
Was he? How was he? Was he in favor of? Was he wanting to play?
We did what we thought was best with our team. I'm not ever going to discuss a personnel issue.
Coach, you mentioned the ability to run more aggressively in the third quarter, but you guys were down 2 touchdowns, and you mostly ran the ball. And then, in light of how Rudolph performed in the fourth quarter, do you wish you'd opened it up a little bit more there in those possessions in the third quarter?
No.
Mike, deep balls. Missed 2 there at the last, but before that, I think he was 5 out of 6 on your deep throw. What was working so well in the deep throw?
Well, their safeties were down. James Washington ran by him. He threw some nice balls. I thought he had earlier. We could have hit another one, and he underthrew it. At times, I couldn't tell how wet the ball was, but for the most part, I thought he threw the deep ball pretty effective.
Was Dax out? Was it concussion? Dax was out with?
We don't ever talk about injuries or personnel decisions.
Talk about and I know you're not moral victory, but this appeared to be just the best overall effort in maybe 5 or 6 weeks. Would you agree with that on both sides of the ball?
Well, I would have to wait until we watch the tape. I wouldn't disagree with that. This could have very well been the best game that we've played in a month. We still have a ways to go. There's still things that we do that bother me that we need to coach and get better play out of our players. And I'm not taking away from them. They're a really good football team. They're very explosive. We all know that. I don't need to sit here and talk about them. But I think at times we weren't in as good a position as we needed to be on the defensive side of the ball. And then offensively, we got really aggressive in the middle of the third quarter. It was almost like we figured out, hey, it's going to be okay, and go play. And some of that could be from lack of confidence. When you don't win in a certain number of games, then it looks like we're not playing with confidence early in the game.
Mike Crabtree got back. Looked like the offensive line played a lot better. Was his return a big difference?
I think so. Again, without watching, they had so much line movement up front. They moved all the time, and so when there was a breakdown in the play, I'm not sure. I have a good idea who it was. I'm not sure, but I think he helped us when he came back. We lost Koning, and in the second half we had to play Jesse, who's a freshman, and I think he came in and played pretty good. I know he got beat one time in protection, but they moved so much up front it'd just be hard to tell without watching the tape.
Mike, you had Rudolph huddle up before snaps. Was that just to keep him comfortable and keep the communication good?
Just what we thought was best for the team.
How much did Rudolph's mobility kind of help the offensive line too?
You know, I don't think he ran that much and moved around that much. Again, without watching the tape, I don't remember him breaking contain and scrambling much. I think he made good decisions with the football, which helped with some of the protection. But I will have to say I thought our protection was better tonight.
Was it good? You talk about getting confident, getting better in the third, fourth quarter. Last few weeks, it's sort of been pretty dead by the time the fourth quarter. You're in there fighting. You actually had them a little worried there in the fourth quarter. Is that good to see at least fourth quarter fight?
That's what I was talking about. It's almost like we realized everything's going to be okay. And I wish we would have started that way. But the last few games, we were so far behind that never looked like we had fight, even if we had fight in us. But I thought that the defense went through a stretch there where they played pretty good, forced a couple turnovers. When you play them right now, you have to win the turnover game. You can't match it. I think it was 2-2. Is that correct? We had 2 interceptions. They had 2 interceptions, I think.
That's correct.
And there wasn't any fumbles. So we matched it. You would like to have got an advantage there and got an extra series, but didn't work out that way.
Is Mason the quarterback for the Bedlam game?
We'll just have to do what we think's best for the team. Well, obviously, it'll be a game time decision.